Warning! Our disclaimer! This episode is actually made by Sidekick Jason. The episode in question, Gordon and the Farmer's Visitor. I've asked him if I could use it, and he said yes. So, without further ado, please enjoy the episode.
Trucks and hauling freight down the hills and round the bends. Oh, hey, Thomas and his
friends. Gordon is a very proud steam engine. He is the strongest engine on Sir Topham Hatt's railway. Because of this, he pulls the express. This is a long, fast train that takes people to the mainland. Gordon believes he is too important to take troublesome trucks. He thinks they are dirty, rude, and get engines into trouble. Gordon even slid into a ditch to prevent him from pulling some trucks. Gordon would fight in every way not to pull trucks. All the other engines in Sir Topham Hatt knew this. One day, Gordon's fire had been slow to start, so Henry took the express. Sir Topham Hatt was later sitting in his office when he received a telephone call from the docks. The farmer had brought special cows on a ship from the mainland to breed with his own cattle. The ship had arrived early and no engine was there to pick up the cattle. Gordon was the only engine still in the shed. Sir Topham Hatt knew that Gordon didn't like cattle from his experience with Edward and Henry. So Sir Topham Hatt had to trick Gordon into taking the train of cattle. Gordon! Boomed Sir Topham Hatt. The farmer has a special visitor coming to the farm, and I need you to go to the docks to collect them. Gordon was excited, and raced away to the docks. When he arrived, he was surprised to see no coaches. All that was there were cattle cars. Gordon's driver backed him down onto them. "The farmer's special visitor wants to ride in these old cattle cars?" Gordon asked. "The visitor doesn't like regular coaches," said his driver, who was also involved with Sir Topham Hatt's trick. Gordon was still puzzled, and even more confused when some workmen loaded a bale of hay into the cattle car. "Why have they loaded hay into the car?" asked Gordon. Gordon's driver thought for a moment. "Because the visitor needs something to sit on," replied his driver. Just then the guard's whistle blew, and Gordon set off. He raced towards the farm on the main line. Gordon was having a splendid run. He was pulling a special visitor, and he thought he had the most important job on the island. As Gordon rounded a bend, he heard a strange noise. Gordon was shocked. Why was the visitor making weird noises? Gordon was very puzzled, but continued on his way. Soon Gordon arrived at a junction. Toby was there with Henrietta, and some trucks loaded with timber. "Hello," said Toby. "What are you doing, taking some cattle?" "No," replied Gordon sternly. "I'm taking the farmer's special visitor, not cattle." Toby was confused. "In a cattle car?" "Yes," Gordon replied. "My driver says the guest doesn't like regular coaches very much, and prefers cattle cars." Suddenly a big moo came from inside the cattle car. Toby chuckled. "Well, bust my bell, Gordon. You're taking some cattle." Gordon denied it. "Then why is the visitor saying moo?" asked Toby. "I don't know," said Gordon. "Some workmen took a bale of hay to the car for the visitor to sit on. Cows don't sit on hay." Toby laughed. "Of course not. They eat hay." Gordon was surprised. He knew that Toby had a good point, but he still didn't want to believe him. Just then the signal dropped, and Gordon set off. Soon Gordon arrived at the farm. The farmer was waiting for him. "I see you brought me my cattle," said the farmer. Gordon was surprised. "I thought it was your special visitor to the farm," said Gordon. The farmer laughed. Yes, Gordon, they are a special visitor to my farm. I'm using them to breed with some of my cows. The train must go back in a few weeks to the mainland." Gordon was cross. His driver and fireman walked up. "You lied to me," Gordon accused his crew. The driver and fireman laughed. "We knew you wouldn't take the train if we told you that it was cattle, so we told you it was the farmer's special visitor. This really wasn't a lie at all." Gordon looked sad. Why should everyone need to lie to him just to pull a train? "Now, was it that bad pulling cattle cars?" asked the fireman. "No," Gordon admitted quietly. "So all these bad thoughts of dirty, disgusting freight trains are all in your head?" said the fireman. "And next time you need to take a freight train, you will?" Gordon didn't want to, but he had to agree.